A specific, short, and simple course, Arts in New York City. An unexpected and big transition in my understanding of life and people interactions. How this happens? From the very first day of classes, it was too easy to understand that to really go with the flow of this class, as well as to understand it in the most reasonable way, I had to turn on my imagination and therefore let my reflected souls fly around and away of my persona. The couple first days, it was hard to do it because I have been so used to let people tell me what to think, believe, understand, or even to critique about something. In other words, what to understand as the truth. That I didn't even bother to let my own interpretations come into way and discover how I really think without those bothering patterns and social constructions that continuously limit myself and therefore to discover freely who I really am and what is the real truth. And not the truth for everybody, but my individual and unique truth. Why this happened? Because I personally discovered that all this time, as if I were in a cave just looking for shadows, I have been teaching about the truths for everybody. Truths that aren't really true and that are supposed to be my truths. I know it sounds like tongue twister or better say mind twister, which is a word that I just invented. So I'm going to repeat it again, but this time slowly. I have been teach about the truths for everybody. Truths that aren't really true and that are supposed to be my truths. And this was start being taught to me by teachers during my early academic life. Religious doesn't define my belief of God, but try to dominate the way I express those beliefs. In social constructions where we judge and classify ourselves. But again, how this happened? I finally discovered that now in college is the moment where I am really released, when I can turn around and see the real truth of my life, the world, the people's interactions, the truth of everything. Now is the moment when I can see the world how it really is and analyze it through my own thinking without others to tell me or show me as if I were liberated from the cave of the shadows. Now I'm trying to have my own interpretations of the things, forgetting of what I have been told. Because it's nobody can tell you what art is, because it depends on oneself's view and interpretation. Art is just art. I want to define things as we define art. And that's why through this class, I have been hardly, and I say hardly because it's really difficult to ignore what the society makes you believe of something, working on writing photobiographies like this one. When I got to document the dynamics of power between two people, in which they are both experiencing a powerful feeling, but at the same time, they are letting each other the ability to feel as the one that has the control over the other one and or the situation. Like this one, where I got to document feelings that lead to panels of equality, harmony, and peace between two people with differences arranged by their appearances, just by looking at their eyes. The same as this one, where I got to document traces of race negotiating with an element of capitalism, this one being a simple but complex, renamed illustrious brand of clothes, being promoted unconsciously by a handsome and rich white man in the streets of Manhattan. This one, where I got to analyze and document the mind of the people of New York, being the case of a man on the train, by describing his patterns of thought as powerlessness, exhaustion, and displeasure. And finally, this one, where I got to study the research process of an individual when this act was taking effect as a form of art. This one being a man who was looking for his own sense of life through art expressions. All of this, as well on writing my feelings when it comes to busy museums in company of what they transmit to my persona, on documenting my own mind in terms of how it works to construct a sense of space, and finally on capturing in documenting my life as a form of artistic research. In conclusion, all this made me think of my own way of thinking, of how I see myself, of who I am without patterns and constructions, and what are my truths, but more than that, of what are for me the arts in New York City.